Good morning and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Midtown Atlanta, where you are welcome. Such is the nature of life that all it asks and all it wants is the opportunity to appear, and you are that opportunity, and so am I, and so it is. We are a strong, open, globally connected community centered on the clarity of principles through teaching, service, and practice. We create a safe and respectful environment that supports healthy spiritual growth. That's our vision. And whoever you are, whatever path brought you here today, we are glad you're here. You are welcome, and we are happy to have you here. And for a little more about who we are, our Declaration of Principles, as written by our founder, Ernest Holmes.
A few of the declaration of principles we live by.
I believe in one God, one absolute power, and first cause to all things.
I believe that this power is perfect love, and it creates out of a desire to express love.
I believe all thought is creative, and how I choose to think creates my personal experience.
I believe in the unity of all life, and the immortality of the individual soul forever unfolding.
I believe in the eternal goodness, the eternal loving kindness, and the eternal givingness of God to all.
And so it is.
So grateful, hey.
Yep, that was our Declaration of Principles. So, a practitioner is someone who's demonstrated the ability to use spiritual practice and spiritual laws to bring about great changes in their lives. They also have demonstrated they know how to bring about changes in others when asked. Licensed by Centers for Spiritual Living, they are available to provide you with spiritual guidance and support in those areas where you're looking for help and maybe haven't been able to work that out yourself. You can contact them through our website, cslmidtown.org. And today we've got an amazing practitioner with us. Norma Roberts is a practitioner emeritus, and we welcome her today. Thank you.
Very much, Vance. Thank you for being here and introducing me. The key thought for our talk today is the idea that there is an active presence of the Creator Spirit in all of our affairs. Not something passive, but something that is moving in and through everything that we do. Sometimes if we look at the news, we wonder, where is God? This presence that I'm speaking of is the spirit of love. We should affirm that this divine presence is everywhere, that it is always active in, around, and through us. As a divine expression of life itself, I declare that I am wholly made in the image and likeness of God. When I behold the world through spiritual eyes, I see holiness everywhere. I embrace all life with an open heart, knowing I am one with the totality of existence. Recognizing the holiness in others, open my heart to them in compassion. Each of us is an essential part of God, and I treat all others as the precious being that they are. The law of love is God in activity. Love is the unity of all life. But to know love, you must think it, embody it, and live it. To love God and to love our neighbor as ourselves means to see God in everything and to include everyone in one divine unity. We shall know that to love thy neighbor as thyself is fundamental to health, to happiness, and to wealth. recognizing that our neighbor is God masquerading as the other person, and knowing you are the other fellow. As we look in the mirror, we see that other fellow, and we know love. Now I ask you to join me in our treatment for today. So I ask everyone within the sound of my voice to join me with to join me. I'm sorry. I'm asking everyone to join me in celebration of today. This day. There is but one life. That life is God, and that life is my life now. One love, one source of all being, as absolute perfection expressing through all that I am right here and right now. I right now affirm that I seek only the righteousness of God, and that righteousness is love, because God is love. There is perfect circulation, perfect assimilation, and perfect elimination. If there's anything in me that does not belong, it is removed. If there's anything in my physical being that it does not appear to have, it is supplied. I rejoice in this divine intelligence that is always moving into newer and greater expression of itself in me as my perfect health, my abundant wealth, my joyous personal relations, and my awakening, creative, self-expression as I believe. Therefore, every atom and cell of my body responds with vitality and vibrancy in its perfection. Money flows into my hands, my pocketbook, my checking account, and my investments from expected and unexpected sources in abundant supply, with much to give, to share, and to enjoy. I greet the God self of everyone I meet or encounter, because I neither criticize nor condemn, and I am loving, lovable, and loved. My self-expression expands with ever new, grand, and glorious ideas for my world, and eliminates those ideas that no longer serve me as truth. I give thanks for today's message for CSL Midtown and all the members and friends, and for the spirit of truth that helps me on my journey. As I release this word into the law of mine that always says yes, I declare it is so now, as together we say, and so it is.
Dr. Harry Morgan Moses is the author of the popular It's So Easy When You Know How, now in its second edition. His newest book, Obvious Power, The Secrets of Habits and Attitudes. He is featured in the movie Living Luminaries, The Serious Business of Happiness. What is New Thought? And a New Thought, a New You. In 1999, Dr. Harry joined a select group of civic and spiritual leaders for dialogues with the Dalai Lama in the Synthesis Project at His Holiness's residence in Dharamsala, India. Global challenges were discussed in earnest with an ongoing articulation of solutions. Dr. Moses is the founder of the New Thought Center of San Diego, co-founder and past president of the affiliated New Thought Network, co-founder and senior minister of New Thought Ministries of Oregon. Dr. Harry has been a keynote speaker for all the major organizations in New Thought, and for over 11 years served as senior spiritual director for the Centers for Spiritual Living. Dr. Harry is a popular speaker, seminar leader, and throughout the New Thought movement and is currently serves as the minister on the Minister Council for Centers for Spiritual Living. Continues to maintain an independent counseling ministry and a spiritual life coach, and it also teaches at the Holmes Institute of Spiritual Leadership, Redondo Beach, California. Dr. Harry and his wife thrive in Topanga, California, and enjoy their 6 grandchildren. Welcome, Dr. Harry.
Hey, thank you, Vance, and thank you, Norma. That was wonderful. It was a great way to start the morning. Remember who and what we are. And thanks, Sara Bareilles, for that wonderful song. So you may have noticed out in the world that there's a lot of things going on, yeah? And what we need to do is remember that, I often share in my broadcast on Facebook and YouTube called Coffee with Casper. I often share the quote from the Tibetan Book of the Dead. And that quote is that we came from the light, we put on a coat of skins, and we shall return to the light. So I'm going to go back and forth a little bit here, but let's just go to begin with the end in mind, right? As one of the 7 habits of highly effective people. Let's begin with the end in mind. And let's each of us in our heart and in our consciousness make a claim right now that says, I am the director of God's light. Let's say it again. I am a director of God's light. And so I believe that indeed we did come from the light and that we put on a coat of skins and we came from the light consciously. The whole teaching of Dr. Holmes' philosophy called the science of mind is that the subconscious mind, which he more accurately named the subjective mind, the subconscious mind is what's actually controlling your experience. And so what that says to us is that it's not what I think I believe, it's what I actually believe that's happening to me. And we call it the subjective mind, or Dr. Holmes called it the subjective mind because it is subject to, so your subconscious mind or my subconscious mind or the subconscious mind is subject to whatever the conscious mind says. Spirit is the only thing that is conscious of itself. And since you and I have the power to proclaim I am, then we are that conscious mind that is directing our use of the subconscious mind or subjective mind. And it is the sum total of that belief, that which is in our conscious mind and in our subconscious mind and in our experience, that creates our experience. And so what I used to teach for many, many years is consciousness is everything. Consciousness creates experience. Now, if we understand that consciousness is a blend of the greater mind, which is the subconscious mind, which is the creative mind, which is the power of the universe itself, and the conscious mind, which directs it, then we begin to claim a new authority in our lives. And so what we come to experience is that in what is our experience is the farthest result. So what's happening in the physical world is the farthest result of the sum total of our consciousness. It's the trickle at the very end. And experience is not caused to itself. Consciousness creates experience. So you might have looked in the world and seen what looks like a tremendous amount of chaos. There's certainly a lot of volatility. And it began in a very powerful way when the entire globe was affected by COVID. And then people had to rely on themselves. Hey, Teddy, I got a dog chewing wires. I can't have that. They began to discover they had to rely on themselves. And that's why, this is Casper, he wants to come up. And that's why we started doing that broadcast 6 years ago called Coffee with Casper. Because Casper is a golden retriever, and Casper thinks that every day is the best day ever. As you can see, he thinks today is the best day ever. And so here is Dr. Holmes' true gift. There were many, many New Thought metaphysicians born in the late 1800s and the early 1900s and doing their work in the 1900s. establishing a new idea that this high self, the I am that I am the one that came from the light, that this high self is my true and eternal identity. And when we begin to, in fact, Dr. Holmes said, the I am is the secret of eternity and the nature of eternity. So when I was asked what song do I want everybody to play, what I want everybody here gathered in this group, because it's a vibrational universe. We are all participating in a vibration. The sum total of our consciousness, that which is seen, that which we're conscious of, and that which is happening in our unconsciousness, is creating a vibration which is being emitted from us. We are emitting, we are sending out a vibration. And that vibration is going into the subjective mind, or the law of creation, or the law of the circle, most easily stated by what comes from me returns to me as my experience. So one of the things that I've taught for years and years is that don't get out of bed until you can greet the day. Because what I want you to be brave about is recognizing that you are an immortal spiritual being. I am an immortal spiritual being, superior to my mind, to my body, and to my experience. And when I begin to function with what I came here for, so a wonderful teacher has been doing a work in the world for many years named Patricia Copto Robles. And she says this: I have come to set right the vibratory action of all energy and substance in my world and in the world. I have come forth to set right the vibration that's coming from me, so that the vibration that's coming from me is contributing to the world. And we're living in a time where we're in a changing paradigm. Some of you might be old enough to remember back in the day, there was a group called the Fifth Dimension, and the Fifth Dimension wrote a song called "This is the Dawning of the Age of Aquarius." And this is the actual truth, that we are in the dawning of a new age when peace will guide the planets and love will steer the stars. And the long time prayer of peace on earth and goodwill toward all humankind will come into form. Now, it's only going to happen because if a change is going to happen in a particular dimension, it has to be caused by spirit, which is that which knows itself. And I am that which knows myself as a spiritual being. And so are you. That's why you've been vibrationally attracted to CSL Midtown and this broadcast today. The Centers for Spiritual Living and the vibratory idea is based on Ernest's idea of the first two steps in affirmative prayer, which he called spiritual mind treatment. And the first step is to recognize that God is all, in all, as all, through all. And God is the father, mother of all creation. And energy, therefore God or source or first cause or energy, and matter are equal and interchangeable. And energy is not destructible. And I am that. I came from the light as energy. I am an immortal spiritual being because that gift of life was given unto me. And that's why I say don't get out of bed before you can greet the day. Because you need to remember who you are. You need to claim your identity. And the second step in spiritual mind treatment, the first step is God is in all, as all, through all. God is all, both seen and unseen, both potential and that which becomes kinetic. And God is substance and source of all things. And the second step is I am that. I am that which is peace and love and beauty and wisdom and poise and harmony and balance and love and laughter and joy and freedom and belonging and wealth and health and security and safety. I am a transformative agent in the world. I have come to set right the vibratory action of all energy and substance in my world and in the world. And Ralph Waldo Emerson said, you should claim your identity. Oh, man. If you knew who you was, there you are. There is no sun, no planet, no sun or star that could hold you if you but knew who you are. Charles Fillmore, the founder of Unity, a great aspect and avenue of New Thought teachings, right? Charles Fillmore says, claim your identity under the law, which is what Dr. Holmes was talking about. One, it is all there is. Step one, it is all there is. Step two, I am that. And that dance of claiming that and embodying that and remembering that so that you become a transcendent authority to events and circumstances, not only in your world, but in the world itself. I have come to set right the vibratory action of all the energy and substance of my world and in the world. In other words, I came from the light in order to make a positive contribution toward this new age, toward the fulfillment of the promise of peace on earth and goodwill toward all humanity, toward the idea that love will steer the planet, right? And peace will guide the stars. These are all ideas of a new time. And because you're here with us today, what I know is that you're vibrating close enough to relate to these ideas. And I say it's more than relate to, and Norma just mentioned it in her treatment. You need to embody it. You need to live with it, dwell in it, put your attention on it, because where your attention goes, your energy flows, and that becomes your experience, right? So it's being a positive person or being a loving person or being a compassionate person or being an inclusive person, knowing that everyone is the Christ, the Atman, the Buddha, the high self, is this I am radiance given from on high, because spirit is the only thing that knows itself. And all of us, each of us, can claim I am. And if I can claim I am, then I am the authority that is directing the light, and therefore I am the hands of God contributing to the awakening of humanity to its spiritual magnificence. And the more I separate myself from the race, knowing that I do not need to be splashed around by hate and war and prejudice and fear and doubt, but rather that I am a light unto the world, born in the light, as the light, with the light, to bring the light. And that's why I chose that song. And I want to see you be brave. I want to see you step so deeply into your spiritual conviction, so deeply into your spiritual practice, that you can see through the mist. And that's what Dr. Holmes said, the very dedication of the whole teaching of the science of mind is to empower us to see through the mist into the eternal and changeless reality. And then as we see it, to claim it and bring it into our mind, into our body, and into our experience. Can you imagine that health, wealth, love, and success are normal, that fulfillment is normal, that being, as Dr. Holmes said, we are born to have fun living, to constantly commune with the presence that is within and around us, and to grow and expand forever. And this is our work, to constantly commune, to claim, to Hilda de Jean, another great mystic from the early part of the 1900s, right? To claim that joy is the infallible sign of the presence of God, and to bring that joy into our life, as our practitioner today said, through being the place of love, through being the place that claims the authority that I am I came from the light in order to be a light worker in the world and to transform the muck of war and fear and hate and violence and bloodshed and prejudice, to transform it into the unifying reality that each one is the image and likeness of the one ordained from on high to be the hands of God in this dimension. Because if you're going to change humanity, you've got to be human to make that contribution. And so we are the human divine, and our work is to be brave and to claim our authority, to claim that peace and love and poise and balance and harmony and freedom and health and wholeness and joy is guiding, guarding, protecting, directing me and leading me, because I am that, into the paths of perfect right action. that good and more good is mine, that there's no limit to the good that is mine, that everywhere I go, I see this good. I feel it. It crowds itself against me, and therefore I open my heart and it flows through me and multiplies itself around me. There's no limit to that good. Good and more good is mine, and we can claim it and we can live it, but not if we're not willing to recognize that I am the light. I am the gift of life to itself, through itself, in itself, as itself, because I was given the gift of self-consciousness, and spirit is the only thing that knows itself, and I am that. Now, obviously, I'm not all of that, but the more I dwell in it, the more I open my mind and heart to it, the spiral going up gets larger. My vista gets larger. What I can see gets larger. The bear went over the mountain to see what he could see. What did he see? He saw another mountain, and he climbed another mountain, and the vista gets larger and larger. And therefore, the sweep of our love, the force of love within us, gets larger. The force of the law, which responds to me by corresponding to me, it's the law of the circle. That which comes from me returns to me. And so this is not going to happen by itself. This is going to happen because we are following a disciple line. The line that I am the disciple of the Most High, and I am being guided and led into the paths of perfect right action. I am being led to the paths of transformative, healing love moving in me and as me and through me and around me, touching. So, because we cannot be separated from anyone. So we do not just live for ourselves. We live for ourselves. Consciousness leaks. It has no lines, right? We do not live just for ourselves. We live for ourselves and anybody who's affected by the arena of our experience, including the four-legged friends, our dogs and cats and birds and critters that we become friends with, and unifying with nature and the beauty all around us, from the ocean to the sea to the trees to the mountains. This is our job, to be the hands of God in the world. I have come to set the vibratory action right in my world and the world around me. I have come to awaken to my spiritual magnificence. I have come to awaken and to bring it, because I do not awaken just for myself. I awaken for myself and everybody who's affected by the arena of my experience. And this is my work. I want to see you be brave. I want to see you claim your identity. I am that. I am that which is the love, the light, the truth, the peace, the poise, the power, the grace, the magnificence, and the glory of the Most High itself. I am that. And I remember it today. And I give praise for it today. And I celebrate in gratitude the overflowing good that continues to come into my life, even as I release limitations and fears and doubts that no longer serve me. More and more light, more and more love, more and more joy. I want to see you be brave. You've come into these ideas. You've now recognizing these ideas. Now you have to claim them and identify with them and watch them and enjoy them in awe and wonder. I love the expression from the 12th century mystic Meister Eckhart. The soul, which is your eternal nature, this is the I am that I truly am, right? The soul came from the light. It put on a coat of skins. And the soul is doing two things, this immortal aspect of your being. One of the aspects is gazing at the glory of God. Oh my. Just beyond the camera that I'm looking into now is the beautiful Santa Monica Mountains beyond in the French door behind me. And I'm aware of the presence of the beauty of nature, even as I'm aware of your presence connected here in cyberspace, that we belong to each other. We belong and we have the right to contribute to each other, whether you're in Atlanta or Los Angeles, whether you're in Hong Kong or Beijing, whether you're in Africa or North America or South America. It doesn't matter. Everywhere presence is the one light, the one presence, the one God, one aspect gazing at the glory of the God of the Most High, and the other directing the senses. And most people, the majority of the race, is believing that they begin and end at their toes and the top of their head, that they're just a body in experience. No, you're the light that occupies the body. You're the light that came from the light to bring the light. You're the music that came from the music to be in the music, to celebrate the music, to dance to the music, to bring forth the music, right? This is an awakening world, and you have come to contribute to the dawning of a new age in humanity. And we are not fighting against the race. We are changing a paradigm. So we bring light. And what's it say biblically? And the light came and the darkness comprehendeth it not. When you walk into a dark room and turn on the light, you don't see the dark fighting the light. Boom, the light is there and the darkness is gone, right? It's the same thing. We are the light workers in the world, and we bring the light. And the moment we identify, because I'm not bringing the light of my personal self, I'm bringing the light of my awakened self, of my immortal cosmic being into the world. I want to see you be brave. I want me to be brave, to stand in the peace, the poise, the power, the glory of the I am nature that is my true and eternal gift, and to dwell on it, and to meditate on it, and to celebrate it, and to honor it, and to use every day as an opportunity to awaken in a new way to your own spiritual magnificence. This is the day the Lord has made. This is the day that I know I'm a change agent in the world. This is the day that I can bring new love, new glory. Oh man, there is no planet, sun, or star that could hold me if I but knew who I am. Oh yeah, the wisdom of the ages dancing in us and as us and through us. And the perfect law of the circle, the law of mind, the law of cause and effect, receiving the impress of my conscious awareness and transforming my life in an ever greater way, so that I'm bringing forth the reality that health and wealth and love and success and fulfillment are normal. Peace and poise and balance and harmony and joy and laughter and beauty and wisdom are normal. And I'm bringing them into my life in a new way today through my daily spiritual practice. Daily, I enter into affirmative prayer. Daily, I enter into this dance of step one, the one power that is perfect, everywhere present, in, as, and through all creation, indestructible, immutable, and always present. And I am that. Step one, step two. I'm doing the two-step every day of my life, and I'm inviting you to do the two-step every day of your life. I want to see you be brave and not be tormented by the waves and the tornadoes and the wars and the injustice and the violence, which are old ideas which are no longer serving, part of another age. And we are letting them go. We are releasing them. We are transforming them. We are the hands of God in the world. We are the hands of the one, doing the transformative work of the one, in the one, as the one, never separated from the one. I belong to the infinite, and I am the infinite, for the infinite is in me. And I'm awakening every day in a greater and greater way. I'm climbing that mountain to see what I can see. And then I look forward and see there's another mountain, and I will see the great vistas from that new mountain, from sea to shining sea. Oh my goodness. Who you are is spiritual magnificence. Who you are is something wonderful. What we are doing by being students and practitioners of these divine ideas is contributing to the transformation of the world. I'm not waiting for critical mass to get there for me to awaken to the glory of the I am that I am. And neither should you. And you should not be disheartened that critical mass isn't there yet, because every day you contribute, every day you open your eyes to see the glory of the Christ, the Atman, the Buddha, the high self, the fullness of the glory of the I am in everyone else, from strangers to beloveds, to family, to friends, to new acquaintances. It matters not, for each one is the glory of the Most High. And if I'm going to be the light in the world, I must be the eyes that perceive it and the hands that bring it forth into the world. Oh yes, CSL Midtown is a divine idea, because it's representing a whole palette of the divine reality. and offering a way for you to learn it, to practice it, to understand it, and embody it in a new and more wonderful way than ever before. For indeed, who you are is spiritual magnificent. And my friends, it is my pleasure to be with you in this day. Who you are is something special. And I invite you to go in the light. Until we meet again, I invite you to go in the light, as the light and with the light. May the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide you on your way. Claim your identity, for you already are that. Love you and blessings, and thanks for sharing with me in this fine morning. Can't hear you, Vance.
There you go. Thank you, Dr. Harry. What an awesome message this morning. And we will see you over on Zoom for a discussion with that.
Absolutely.
That was so much. All right. Thanks so much. All right. Now it's time for our new minister sacred covenant easy prayer, which bringing this. There's only one life. This life is good. This life is God. This life is my life now. And knowing that I am one with this life, that is God, I therefore know that I am one with all of his blessed expressions, which includes the presence of a new minister for my beloved spiritual community. Because I know that the highest purpose of my new minister is to express spirit, I therefore know that my new minister is a revelation of spirit as principle. I further know that my new minister is the fulfillment of that which has been promised by God. For it is written, principle is not bound by precedent. It operates according to the law and is always available to those who are willing to align themselves with it. As I stand in agreement with my beloved spiritual community, I see my new minister before me as inspiring spiritual oneness through wisdom, love, and authenticity. I now intend to experience my new minister in full cooperation and agreement with my community, knowing this truth about myself. For I am inspired to live as love in the expression of principle. I am awakening the wisdom within me by clearly communicating the principles of universal truth. I am a conduit of divine love, wisdom, and healing energy, recognizing the inherent wholeness within all beings. I am offering teachings, classes, and mystical studies grounded in spiritual principles to cultivate inner wisdom, personal transformation, and empowered living. I am extending the love, compassion, and transformative power of spirit into the wider community, fostering connections that heal, uplift, and support individuals in their unique journeys. As I now accept the highest expression of a new minister into my life, I know that they will be revealed in a way that will express spirit and serve the highest and greatest good of all who are touched by their presence. I am grateful God is gracious, and so it is. And now it's time for conscious giving. And we appreciate every one of you who contributes to the Center for Spiritual Living Midtown. Without your contributions, we wouldn't be here. So thank you. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow. And all that I share with life returns to me multiplied abundantly. So it is. So you can give at cslmidtown.org/donate or scan the QR code. It will take you right to that link. You can do a one-time contribution or set up an ongoing contribution, whichever serves you. And I've got a few announcements. I want to thank Reverend Norma for being our practitioner this week. It was an awesome treatment she did this morning. And next week starts February 1st. We're going to be in person and online. Topic is Living on the Inner Edge by Essie Freed. So we're looking forward to seeing Essie. The adult study group meets on Sundays at 10 before the service. You can get that on our Zoom. If you go to cslmidtown.org, scroll down to the bottom, click on the Zoom link and the passcode that will take you into the meeting. And they're going through the Science of Mind textbook. You can download the New Minister Sacred Covenant Easy Prayer from the website and add your own I am statements. And I want to remind everybody, that our annual meeting will be on March 1st. So in person, March 1st on that Sunday. So put that on your calendar, save the date for that. Come be with us in person. We've got a lot to discuss. So be there for that. So now let's do our affirmation of life as we depart this part of our service. I leave this place now knowing something better than I knew before. I go forth into the world with a heart full of love and a mind full of good sense. I look at the world in a greater way, knowing that I have within me everything I need to create the life I desire. I give thanks for this understanding, and I am grateful for the spirit of life that lives through me. And so it is. Thanks, everybody. See you over on Zoom if you're online in another medium, and we'll see you next week.
There is a power for good in the universe greater than you are, and you can use it.